What's up guys, Juan. So as you can see behind me, there goes the Camaro. So on this video, like I said, I wanted to talk about what we're going to be doing to the Camaro and the reason why I picked this car and a few other things. Hopefully I don't make this too long for you guys. So for those of you who are not aware, the 1LE is basically a 2SS Camaro. Which they do offer a 1SS version, but anyway, this one's a 2SS Camaro, which is fully loaded minus a couple things, but it has ZL1 parts on it. So now we're gonna go check out these parts guys for ZL1 parts. So this car comes standard with 20x10 in the front and 20x11 in the rear. It is a those are ZL1 wheels. Like I mentioned in my last video, the tires were not very good, so I got Nito 555 G2s. They're 275/35 in the front and 305/30 in the rear. I like the skinnier tire setup, especially because I will be lowering this car at some point. You do get a front lip splitter right here on the bumper, as you can see. You do get the vinyl wrapped hood, and that is a ZL1 hood as well. Underneath the car, where you can't see, there is ZL1 sway bars, ZL1 suspension. It does have different shocks instead of having the standard SS shocks. Now we move it on to the back of the car. We do have a different wing on there, and also what I wasn't aware of until recently, I actually have the upgraded exhaust on this vehicle. I didn't realize that until yesterday. I was looking at some pictures of 1LEs and they only had single tips, and I started looking at the brochure, and this was a $900 option. So it sounds a little bit better, but still not that crazy loud, but we'll be taking care of that later. So here goes the driver's side. Now on the interior, like I mentioned before, this vehicle is fully loaded minus the sunroof and the Recaros. I wish it had the Recaros, but it just has standard SS seats. And there goes the shift knob that I installed yesterday. Very easy to install. That video will be coming out soon. But it's super simple. But like I said, if it wasn't for the fact that the other shift knob was messed up and falling apart, then I probably would have just left the other one. Okay, now to talk about why I bought this car. So when I was searching around, I know you guys who follow me on Instagram, you saw me posting pictures of Hellcats, Jeep Cherokees, so on and so forth. And I did want to get another Mopar. I really did. I met some good people in the Mopar community. I wanted to hit We Are Mopar 3, all that kind of stuff. But I started thinking and started really comparing on what I wanted. And I wanted something that was a little bit quicker around the corners. I wanted something that was more fun to drive, better experience. So that's what got me to the Camaro. Now before I picked the Camaro, I'm not gonna lie, I was between a Corvette, a Camaro, a Mustang, and a 300 SRT. I started looking at 300s again. Now the 300 fell right off the back because it's the same chassis as what I had in a Charger. It would have been a cool car, but I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling that one. Now getting to the other three, obviously the Jeep Cherokee, I still want one, and I still may get one eventually, but what I came to the conclusion is that the Jeep Cherokee is gonna be more of like a daily, comfortable daily, and to haul shit around in, which one day when I need that, I'll get it. If I don't get that, I will be getting a Dodge Cummins because I'm a big diesel fan. You guys know that from previous videos, and I used to work for Cummins, so basically those are the two cars I'm considering when I need to start hauling stuff around, and we'll see how that goes in the future. Now getting down to the main three, the Corvette, the Mustang, and the Camaro. Now the Corvette, I wanted the C6 Z06 specifically. Wasn't that much more than I paid for this car when with some of the ones I found, but I started contemplating because it was only a two-seater. It was just, I don't know, there's not very much space. Every now and then I gotta haul shit around, not like big stuff, but it could have been a potential issue with a two-seater sports car like that. Also, insurance costs would have been a lot higher, more than likely. I don't know, I didn't check, but I'm sure it would have been higher. Obviously in the Camaro, you don't get like the greatest amount of space, but what I'm trying to get at is like, at least you do have somewhat of trunk space to do stuff. At least you do have somewhat of a back seat to throw people in or whatever, if that comes down to it. Now to the Mustang, I found a Roush 727 supercharged Mustang already. You guys know I love to do everything myself. I love to show you guys the experience, but I wanted to, I was contemplating it because I'm like, hey, at least some of the big stuff is already done. Couldn't get my head around a Mustang. Sorry, Mustang owners. I don't know, there was just a lot of flaws in my book when it came to how the interior was, how the fitment of the car was. I mean, I was looking at the 2015 and up, so they have IRS, but still it was kind of, I don't know, there was some things that I just didn't really like about it. Now don't get me wrong, 2015s and up that have the right stuff, or like my buddy's 2014 you guys have seen, those things, I mean, they can look really nice, just wasn't what I was kind of aiming for. Now the Camaro, the biggest reasons I decided was because, like I said, it's a 1LE. I wanted a car that was better around the corners, better handling, and had good power. The other big thing, I wanted the manual this time. I told myself I was gonna get a manual again. I haven't had a manual car in like 10 years, so I've been kind of itching to get another one. And the other big thing was cost to modify these things are so low. So for example, I am looking at a cam. That's one of the future mods I'm looking at doing to this car in the next few months. And I can get all the parts I need for a cam for this motor for around, I believe it's between $700 and $800. That's everything. That's valves, that's springs, retainers, hardened push rods, and the cam. On a Mopar, the cam alone is gonna cost you somewhere between a good decent one, because I know somebody's gonna comment like, oh, you can get this cam for this much, but a decent, well-known cam, comp cam, any of the other ones, SRT Max Cam if you're a 6.1, those run between $700 and $1,000 just for the cam. That's not including springs, retainers, push rods, all that kind of stuff. So that shows you right there alone. Now, for example, aftermarket parts availability, you know, these cars are designed to get modified in a sense of people buy them to modify them, just like Mustangs. So there's more parts available out there for this car. Okay, now real quick, video is already getting kind of long. But so mods that I'm planning to do, one is this bad boy is going down, getting lowered. I haven't decided if I'm gonna bag it yet. I know some people are gonna hate on me, but what people need to understand is if I sell my bags, just the bags, it only costs me like $400 to $500 out of pocket to get the ones I need for the Camaro. Now, if somebody wants to buy the whole kit, I will sell the whole kit and just get some nice coilovers for this car. But at least for the time being, if I sell just the bags, I will be buying the bags to bag this car. I understand it does change the way the car handles and stuff, but I mean, I'm gonna take it to the track. But I know there's guys who run airlift performance bags on the track and actually do really, really well, whether it's drag racing or circuit racing. The second thing is it is getting boosted. I haven't decided whether it's gonna be supercharged or not. I'm leaning more towards turbo. I'll discuss that more in a future video, but I'm actually looking at single turbo this car. Also, like I said, a cam, looking to get a decent cam, a little bit of head work, exhaust work. Since it has that aftermarket performance exhaust thing that came from the factory, I'm looking at just, I think with the headers alone should be enough to what I want, but we'll kind of, you know, see how it goes from that point. There's a few visual cosmetic things. I want to get a wicker bill. I want to get, what else is there? I want to get like tinted tail lights, stuff like that, little few things, but we'll go, you know, we'll do it as the channel goes on. Like I said, this weekend we will be doing maintenance on the car, so I'll be uploading, you know, how to do oil change, all that stuff. I know most people know how to, but it's good content for other people who don't know and are looking into these cars. I will be taking it to the dealership this week. GM has a 5-year, 60,000 mile warranty. This car's at 57. There's a few little things I'm kind of unsure about if it's common on this car or not. So I'm just gonna take it in, have them give it a good look over for free. Why not if it's still there, you know? But yeah, I will be releasing more videos. I'll be doing more stuff now that I have this car. I wanted to thank everybody who's been following me regardless of what I bought and regardless of what happened. But now I'm ready to play. We're ready to have some fun with this vehicle, and hopefully you guys can enjoy the content that we'll be pushing. Like usual, like always guys, hopefully you enjoy the video. If you like it, hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the little bell for notifications. And like always, keep it gangsta. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.